My Pisces, let's take a look at what energy the upcoming week brings and what you should pay attention to. The energy of the week, the moon. This week, your intuition will speak louder than logic. Don't ignore strange coincidences, sudden thoughts, or inner feelings. One of them holds an important clue. In relationships, something that has stayed hidden behind the scenes may come to light. And closer to the weekend, something will happen that makes you see the situation completely differently. The main thing, don't rush to conclusions. Not all the truth is on the surface yet. Now let's see what else is happening in your space. Five of Wands, Ten of Cups, Judgment, Knight of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune. Pisces, it seems that an important turning point recently took place in your relationship, whether a romantic union, a family bond, or even a marriage. But the most interesting part isn't the breakup itself, it's what led up to it. There seems to have been a long, unspoken game playing out between you. Yet if you defended your own position, neither willing to make the first move. On the surface, everything may have looked calm, but underneath, resentment, unspoken words, and a need to be right were building up. And that's what gradually brought you to a breaking point. Yet the story didn't end there. There's a connection here that isn't easy to simply erase from your life. Some people don't come by chance. They become part of important life lessons. Right now, the energy shows that an emotional net remains untied between you. There's a strong chance this man will appear, and without a boredom or curiosity. His feelings are still making themselves known. He may try to convince himself that it's all in the past, but inside he keeps coming back to that of you. But before you get excited about his return, there's one detail worth noticing. This scenario may have already played out before. The leaving, the pause, the coming closer, the hope, and other ton of events. And now, fate seems to be testing whether anything has truly changed, or whether the cycle is simply starting over. Let's take a look at what you need to know right now. The Hangman, the Tower, Strength, Three of Wands, and Nine of Swords. Pisces, there's a very strong energy here right away. You may be a woman with a strong will, someone used to relying on herself and rarely allowing others to run her life. Not every man can handle that kind of inner strength. And it seems this became one of the challenges in your relationship. Despite the crisis and difficulties, there was something truly valuable between you. You both tried for a long time to hold this connection together, and out of habit and out of fear of being alone, the reason runs much deeper. The time you spent alone together, the late night conversations, the plans you made as a pair, the dreams of a future where you were on the same team. It felt like you understood each other without words. That's why letting go of this relationship turned out to be much harder than it looks from the outside. Many people saw you as a couple and may have even envied your union. Some felt you had something they themselves were missing. But then everything seemed to freeze. The relationship entered a long pause. For some, this crisis may have lasted months. For others, even years. And the hardest part wasn't the breakup itself. It was the uncertainty, the lack of a clear ending. But there's one important thing still hidden behind the scenes. Because of this story, there may have been someone or something you still don't know about. Let's take a look at what's actually being hidden from you and what truly influenced your relationship. Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Emperor, Queen of Swords, and Ace of Cups. Pisces, a very interesting picture is revealing itself here, and part of this information may have remained hidden from you until now. Around your story, the influence of two people, a man and a woman, can be seen, who in some way may have interfered with the development of your relationship. The man is shown as someone for whom status, control, or the material side of life carries great importance. But the paradox is that at some point, he himself ended up in a situation of limitations, as if he had a dead end and could get what he was striving for. The woman's energy, however, feels much more complex. There's a sense of observation from the sidelines, comparison, and inner tension. It's as if she looked at you and saw something she herself was missing, not necessarily the relationship itself, but the ability to love openly, sincerely, and with the whole heart. This may be why you became a kind of trigger for her. When a person hasn't processed their own pain and disappointments, it's hard for them to watch someone else's happiness calmly. From that, criticism, gossip, coldness, or hidden rivalry can arise. The most interesting part is that there may not have been any direct conflict. Instead, there are subtle influences, hints, conversations, other people's options, and unnoticeable manipulations, all gradually creating tension around your union. But despite all the external circumstances, the emotional energy between you doesn't seem to have faded. Now let's see what the universe advises you. King of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Page of Pentacles. Pisces, the universe advises you not to look back at other people's opinions and to move forward with confidence. A period of new opportunities, inspiration, and a powerful surge of energy is entering your life. You'll feel a desire to create, grow, and explore new horizons. Someone will be by your side who genuinely values and supports you. Gradually, you'll feel yourself blossoming, filling with confidence, lightness, and an entirely new energy. Bye.